right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Where's the excitement in the room? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Spring 2026, if you could believe that. Convocation, Folsom Lake College. I know we have a lot of new individual Falcon family members joining us, so for some of you who don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Art Pimentel, and I have the honor of serving as president of Folsom Lake College, and I'm really grateful for all of you to be here. Also, I know there's some folks who are joining us live stream, so welcome. Welcome to Convocation 2026, or as Carlin Christie called it, Cozy Convocation today, right? Cozy Convocation, because Broadway is showing at the Harris Center, so we were displaced just for this convocation this time, but it's for a really, really good reason. I do want to welcome several of our dignitaries who are here as well joining us, because I know there were 4 convocations, if you could believe it, right? And so we're so honored to have our Chancellor Brian King, who is here. So thank you for coming to Folsom Lake College. We have Trustee John Knight, who's also joining us. Trustee John Knight. We have Trustee Colette Harris Matthews as well. We have our entire executive team who is here as well joining us, and they're like all frowning up because they have to sit up in the front. I don't know, but I know all of you have gotten familiar with them, and we have a wonderful team at the college. And I mentioned this earlier that it's so wonderful. We have Greg McCormick, who completed his first full year as Vice President of Instruction, and also Dr. Caitlin Baumgartner-Lee. Yeah. Caitlin completed her first year as Vice President of Student Services, so congratulations and thank you. I also want to acknowledge our representatives, our constituency representatives, and I don't know if it's happened. I'm starting my 4th year as president of Folsom Lake College. Time has gone by fast. Thank you. And I think this is the first time we've had our student body president attend our convocation. So Dania Elena doing a wonderful job representing, advocating for the students, and it's been a real pleasure getting to meet you and working with you the last 6 months, and look forward to the next 6 months as well. We also have the President of the Academic Senate, Wayne Jensen. And we have the President of our Classified Senate, Colleen Cohen. I know I saw her earlier. Where's Colleen? Oh, there she is. And I know I saw Paula Cardwell earlier. Oh, there she is, right in front. Paula Cardwell, we're so grateful to have her represent us at the District Academic Senate, so thank you. And we also have Kalinda Jones, our LRCFT president. I know I saw her earlier today. So again, welcome to all of you, and thank you again. As always, we like to provide several updates in terms of the progress of things we've been working on for the last several years, certainly since the beginning of the academic year. But before we do that, I do want to read out our land acknowledgement statement. We respectfully acknowledge the land currently occupied by Folsom Lake College as the traditional home of the sovereign Anishinaabe, Maidu, and Miwok peoples, who have a unique and enduring relationship stewarding this land since time immemorial. Despite colonization, occupation, and genocide, the Anishinaabe, Maidu, and Miwok people continue and thrive in their resilience and self-determination. We celebrate and recognize our Anishinaabe, Maidu, and Miwok tribal neighbors and honor their sustained existence. So the theme for this convocation is creating connections, and I'm going to tell you a little bit why this came about. But really, that is what it is about for us, right? We're very proud of the culture of Folsom. We're very proud about us really being this large family that supports each other and focuses on our goal of supporting students. And so we want to continue that theme of creating connections, obviously through multiple flex activities and sessions and workshops and just activities that we've had overall. And I want to thank, I mentioned this earlier at our Bagels and Brew this morning, but I really do want to acknowledge Diane Carlson for all of her work and her whole team of faculty and staff that took information that I'll be sharing with you and really made it very intentional about how we approach professional development and opportunities to create these connections for all of us, not just for faculty, not just for classified, for everyone across the college, for administrators, classified professionals, faculty, and of course our students' participation as well. And talking about creating connections and expanding family and this beautiful culture that we have called Falcontude, I want to welcome several new family members to the Falcon family. And I want to start with our faculty. We have one new faculty member, Fabian Meneses. So if you could stand up, Fabian, right here. Welcome, and thank you. And we have several classified staff that I want to make sure I recognize. First and foremost, I think he's back in the room, but we have Jonathan Leakian, IT Specialist 3. Rebecca Ayala, Administrative Assistant to the Dean of Student Services. Where's Rebecca? We have Evelyn Cardona, Evaluator 2, Admissions and Records. Welcome, Evelyn. We have Mahdi Habib Assad, one of our new custodians. Mahdi. Continuing with classified staff, Aubrey Harmon, our Clerk 3. Thanks for here, Aubrey. We have Brian Lovelace, another one of our new custodians as well, joining us. Leslie Martinez, Health Services Assistant for the Health and Wellness Center. We know where the health and wellness folks are. Very good. Damika Thomas, our library technician, one of our new library technicians. Damika. Mondo Vaden, our second library technician. Mondo. Welcome. And we had a lot of wonderful classified staff hiring this year. Ryan Van Dyke, Instructional Assistant, Reading and Writing Center. Ryan. Welcome. And Raja Zahedi, Student Support Specialist. Raja. Let's see here. And Elmira Zingarova, Account Clerk 2 for Business Services. Elmira. And we also have managers, one that we're welcoming this spring. She's already well known to our college, Brianna Margadona, our counseling supervisor. Congratulations to Brianna. All right, so some of the exciting news, and this really continues on a lot of the work, the foundation that's been laid for multiple areas and projects and initiatives that we've had at the college. And so it's actually nice to have a culmination and have a celebration at the end. And so what I'm going to share has really been incredible. Over the last several years, we've been working on multiple projects at our college. And so first and foremost, we have our special celebration. I'm not going to call it ribbon cutting. Christy warned me about calling it ribbon cutting. It's a celebration thanks to the donation from Sutter Health. We received a gift from Sutter Health, the largest gift in the Los Rios Community College District history to our college. Yes, round of applause. $2.5 million gift for the Rancho Cordova Center. And so we're going to coin this basically our healthcare hub. We're remodeling 4 classrooms. We did this in collaboration with our allied health faculty who worked closely to make sure that we developed those rooms to meet the needs of our new allied health programs that are going to be housed at the Rancho Cordova Center. That will include the radiology technology program, medical laboratory technology, CNA, emergency technician, and then potentially other programs that will be coming to the Rancho Cordova Center. And originally we had projected, in working with Sutter, we were going to have the celebration later this month, but we're going to postpone it until sometime in February, maybe a little bit later, but we will have a date and make sure all of you know so that you could celebrate with us. Sutter is very, very eager to continue our partnership and look at other ways to be able to support our college. But one of the things that they really have wanted to focus and emphasized is being able to diversify their workforce. And what better way than to bring these opportunities to a community like Rancho Cordova and have individual students build from Cordova High School, who's really focused on building that pipeline of allied health into our center and then of course beyond. And so it's a perfect opportunity because we know that all all four healthcare providers are building new facilities in Folsom, which they'll need that workforce, and we want to make sure that they look at our students when they're hiring. The other big news is we're going to continue our second healthcare summit, and that is scheduled for Friday, March 27th. I know we have two of our deans, John Skellinger and Rose Giordano, who are working on the healthcare summit, and they're working with 5 healthcare providers, including Marshall Medical and of course Kaiser, Dignity, UC Davis Med, and Sutter. And last year when we hosted this event, it was very insightful because many of our faculty at Folsom were able to hear what the needs of our healthcare providers were, and vice versa. Our healthcare providers were able to hear from our faculty what are some of the programs and opportunities that exist and could be coming to the future. And now what we're going to do is invite our faculty from all four of our colleges so they could hear from our healthcare providers, and we could tailor and align, right? Because ultimately that's what we want. We can't have radiology technology at every one of our colleges. We would cannibalize each other, but we have other programs that are very successful at our sister colleges that I think it'll be really pertinent for our faculty in those areas to hear from the leadership from our 5 healthcare providers in this region. So that's coming up in March. The other long-awaited ribbon, this is going to be a ribbon cutting. I mentioned and we fundraised from our 20th anniversary the ribbon cutting for the new training vineyard, and that's coming forward as well. And so there'll be a date that will be announced, but this is a $1 million investment at our El Dorado Center, where it'll really work closely. We already are working closely. Claire, I'm not sure if Claire's here, but Claire's working closely with all of the vineyards, and so this I think will really continue to help develop the workforce needs of viticulture, not just for El Dorado County, but for the region. And we'll be doing a ribbon cutting with this investment. It looks pretty bare right now, but come April, we'll be planting vines, and then we'll do the ribbon cutting after that. We have lots of celebrations, and we really, truly do have a lot to celebrate at Folsom. But this year, we will be, believe it or not, celebrating the 15th anniversary of the Harris Center with the Crystal Affair. Let's give a round of applause. One of those legacies that was left by Thelma Scott Skillman, and we hope that she certainly will be able to participate because she had this vision many, many years ago. But it's going to be on August 15th, and if I'm not mistaken, it's going to start at 5:15 p.m. So it's really incredible, and a lot more information to come. I don't know if I know some of our crew is here. I don't know Marianne Eitzman, who's working with our Harris Center folks as well. We will be doing a lot of spring hiring, and we're very proud of that. We will start, of course, with our new faculty hires. The college was allocated 10 new faculty positions. And then there's some positions that we moved from last fall to this spring that we will be hiring. But in collaboration with our academic senate colleagues and our deans, of course, we developed a final prioritization, and this is the areas that we will be hiring this spring. If any of you have individuals that you know that meet the minimum quals for any of these areas, please, please, please help support their recruitment. This is really important. In the last 3 years, since I've been here, we've hired 27 new full-time tenured track faculty. Yes. And with these 14, we will be up to 41 full-time faculty. So that's incredible. Let's give a round of applause because we'll have new faces. Another thing that I'm certainly really proud of, and I know our colleges as well, we do have processes to identify priorities, right? How we allocate resources at our college, how we look at the AUPs that each areas develop. And this year, we were able to, the district allocated 3 new growth positions, classified professional growth positions. And so we went through a process. We went through a classified prioritization process. We had a lot of our colleagues participate in that process, identify, look at AUPs. Our Vice President of Administration, Dan McKegney, led that along with Colleen Cohen. And they went through presentations and they identified, submitted a recommendation to me. And I'm happy to report that we're looking at the prioritizations, the priorities that were given, the positions. And there's 3 positions because we were allocated 3 new positions, but we're also going to go for the 4th position as well through braided funding, through seat funding, and through veterans funding that we get from the federal government. So we will hire 3 new individuals, a new custodian, a new senior IT technician, and a student support specialist. These are in alphabetical order, by the way. And then we will not hire a new tutorial service assistant because we already have one. We're just going to institutionalize that position. I don't know if Simona's here. Where's Simona? Simona's here. So we'll be institutionalizing that position, and it won't be. It was on a grant for a long time, and I know this. You know, when we talk about support for students, equity, access, supplemental instructional support services, and looking at data and what works to support our students. You look at the support that we provide through the Learning Center, and it's really in the tutoring services that we provide, and it makes a huge difference. So we're very happy to report that. So there's the website. So all of you, again, send folks our way as we hire our new faculty. I want to also provide just a reminder, right? We are continuously changing at the college. We're growing, continue to grow at FLC, and that's why you're seeing a lot of the growth in making sure that we're preparing for that growth for students with new faculty hires, with new classified professionals as well. And I just wanted to take the moment to share how much our student demographic has changed over the last 5 or 10 years. And so one of the things that I know we're identified an Appeasy College because we serve more than 50% of Asian, Filipino, and Pacific Islander students. But we're also close to meeting the threshold to be a Hispanic serving institution, and I foresee us getting there in the near future. But it's incredible that we focus on supporting every single one of our students, and we have, and that we do. And I'm going to tell you why, because there's a lot of work that's happened here in the last, certainly in the last year, to develop that roadmap in serving and closing equity gaps for our students. So we, in December, ended up finalizing through collegial consultation our Student Equity and Achievement Plan. And it was, I want to give kudos to Caitlin Baumgartner-Lee, our Vice President of Student Services. Let's give her a round of applause. And Sam Raskin, who was very involved and instrumental in that process as well. And it's not easy to get to know and understand all of the process about a plan. And so Caitlin coming in really hit the ground running and developed an incredible plan that I think all of us could be proud of. Again, that focuses on our mission, that's tied directly to our mission, that's very intentional about the students that we're going to focus on and where we have gaps, right? So The plan that was approved, and it was approved by our Board of Trustees in November, but these are the three main areas, demographic areas of students that we're going to focus on and that we continue to see persistent gaps. So our Black African American students, our Hispanic, Latino, Latina students, our Native American students, and our foster youth as well. That does not mean that we are not going to focus on our entirety of our student population, right? But these are areas that we need to focus and be intentional as we develop some of our equity strategies and have conversations, and we review and do continual improvement about how we can support our students and close those gaps. These are the metrics that we will use. This is in our plan, in our approved plan, of course. Successful enrollment, persistence, transfer in math and English, trying to make sure students complete it in their first year, award completion, whether it's a certificate, a degree, and ultimately if they want to transfer, that they successfully transfer to a four-year institution, one of our partners, you know, in our backyard, Sacramento State or UC Davis, or wherever that may be. And then some of the key initiative strategies that were approved, again, completing steps towards launching Emoja and Puente. This is something, yes, let's give a round of applause. This is something I've been hearing about Emoja and Puente since I got here, and I know the Academic Senate and our Classified Senate, our students were very involved even last year of continuing to advocate for these programs. And now we have a plan that really specifically mentions these two programs, and we know that we just look at the data of both of them, they're very successful. They build off of learning communities and have specific identified staff that help support students, and so the students in the area. So the Emoja and Puente, we're looking at submitting. I just signed it today, the Puente request. So we'll be submitting that as an official request for us to get the funding that comes with Puente. And then Emoja, we are also working very closely. We just heard back from Emoja that we're gonna work closely with them so that we could go through the process of submitting our official request to start an Emoja program. And then, of course, professional development opportunities and strategic outreach efforts in the communities that are underserved. And then, of course, looking at places like Rancho Cordova, places like El Dorado County that also need that support and that direct connection with the college, and for those schools or individual communities to be able to understand and know what services we have to offer, the financial aid, and what programs they could access at Folsom Lake College. So those are all efforts, and it's thanks to all of you, our faculty, right, that have direct impact in the success of our students, but also our classified faculty that work with students on a daily basis, that welcome them, that are behind the counter, and provide them with the guidance and navigational capital for them to get the information that they need. The other area that I wanted to mention and provide, because I think this is really unique to our college, and I learned about the climate survey when I first got here, and really to try to assess what we in leadership and how we could work closely with our colleagues to improve the climate, the sense of belonging, address kind of general concerns that we may have as a college community. And so I wanted to share this because I think it's so insightful, and thanks to Lisette, where's Lisette, Brasil Cruz, and her team, Emilia, they're very instrumental in reaching out, and many of you hopefully completed the climate survey. It was issued, I think, earlier last year, and then we dissect and disaggregate all of the data. But it really shows, again, just incredible, unique culture at our college of supporting each other, of understanding and wanting to do everything we can so that we can support our students. And I think that is something that's very unique to our college, and we want to continue to build on that. So this, for me, helps us be able to identify areas of opportunity, things that we're doing really well, right? We need to celebrate those. But there's other areas of opportunity and how we can support and continue to create these avenues of sense of belonging, because we want, and we say it, that we want it for our students. We want every student to be successful, for them to know what questions when they need to when they're struggling with a class, where they could access support and help, and that they could also collaborate and get to know other students that share a lot of their same interests, right? Their same goals, educational goals. And so to me, this was really, really insightful. The general themes that we had, there's 3 of them that I wanted to share with you. There's positive overall views of the campus climate and diversity at our college. Really, really good news. Low reported hostile discriminatory behaviors in the data, which again, really good. And high feelings of belonging, but low reported connections. And so that's an area of opportunity, thus the theme of our convocation and just our Flex Week. So campus climate, and we had almost 13 individual students, faculty, classified staff, and 1,300. What did I say? Oh, 1,300, I'm sorry. 1,300. Yeah, 1,300. 1,300 students, faculty, staff, and administrators complete the survey. And so I think it certainly is a really good assessment of where we are. But you know, I feel the campus climate at Folsom Lake College is welcoming. 89 of our students agree, 84 of our staff. 92 say they're treated with respect at Folsom Lake College, 82 for faculty, staff, and administration. And Folsom Lake College has a strong commitment to equity, right? 86% of our students, 75% of our staff. Sense of belonging as well for students and employees, right? I personally feel a sense of belonging at FLC, 70% for our students, 76%, right? So you're seeing some themes, but you're also seeing some areas of opportunity. I have made meaningful connections at FLC. I have found one or more places, groups, and activities where I feel I belong at FLC. And this is just as we're recovering from the pandemic. And I hear it from, Dania mentions this regularly, right, our staff, that we want to create more opportunities for students to be able to connect, more opportunities for us to be able to connect and congregate and look at how we can support each other and our students. And so I think this is, you know, right in line where this really provides us that avenue for us to add other opportunities. And then student belonging, both on ground and online. It's no surprise that students feel more connected if they're accessing classes on ground or services on ground and online. But again, this is an opportunity that I know Diane Carlson and our faculty and our leadership are looking at. Even though our students are online, how could we find some meaningful connections for them throughout other opportunities and means? And from my perspective, I really want to know, you know, suggestions that you have. I know Diane Carlson probably does as well, Lisette, all of us, so that we could improve these numbers the next year that we do this climate survey again, because we do it every other year as well. So really, really important information. And in closing, this is probably one of our shortest, people, don't be sad everyone, it's really sad. But in closing, I really wanted just to emphasize that as we look at this data, and I know it's been shared through other different venues and opportunities of some of the committees, some of our leadership team, professional development, Flex, that if any of you have any suggestions on how we can improve opportunities and connections, maybe it was pre-COVID that you remember things and activities we used to have at our college. I know I've gone some from our El Dorado Center, like Day on the Green, those kinds of things where it brought more people, more of the community onto the campus. Same thing here. If any of you have any suggestions, right? And I know we have some really innovative faculty who host office hours at the Falcons Roost or at the Welcome Center or outside if the weather's good. Same thing. Any of you have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know and email them to me. And to continue ways to connect and reconnect, I'm going to invite you to our hot chocolate and quality time, which is right after Convocation, and so it's going to be right next door at our Falcons Roost. So again, I just want to again welcome you to the start of the spring semester. I wish you much success. I'm sure I will see you around, and I really appreciate all of the work that every single one of you do to support our students and make sure that each one of them are successful and that they do truly belong here. So have a wonderful spring semester. And that's it.